Hi, and happy Friday. I've been thinking today about a lot of things going on in the world and also going on in my own personal life and with people close to me. And I've been drawn again and again to a quote I love from Viktor Frankl. If you don't know him, you're going to love him if you look him up. He wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Right now, there's a lot of stimulus that we aren't all actively choosing. We didn't want to sign up for some of the things that are happening. But if we allow there to be a little bit of space, we can still choose our response. And whether the stimulus is intense personal stuff, an angry person yelling at us, or a car accident, or a diagnosis of some kind of sickness, or if it's more global, the news, just knowing that we are dealing with big issues like poverty, like racial inequity, like all forms of discrimination. Either one, either type, personal or broader, even though we can't change the thing that's happening immediately, we can choose how we respond to it. And our response can have a big impact on how things go. And so I've been sitting with this idea of slowing down, not reacting impulsively, and sitting with what's happening, what I'm feeling, and waiting just long enough for the best wisdom I've got to bubble up so that I can act from that wisdom rather than from my reactivity. And for me, that really relates to responding with love or reacting out of fear. And what the world needs from all of us is love. Even though what the stimulus seems to be may not be very loving. We may be dealing with something that looks rough, it looks fearful. Still, for me, if I sit and I make some inner space and await, whatever is my best approximation of wisdom, sometimes I can access love in my response. So a little practice, just 3 breaths. I'm trying to work with when something happens that I feel rushed to react to, allowing myself 3 breaths. So if you want to, just join me in 3 breaths. Just breathing in and out. And the next breath just coming in and going out. And then in and out. And if we make it a practice to just use 3 breaths, maybe several times a day, in stressful moments or not, then when something happens, maybe one of your kids yells at you, or maybe you get cut off in traffic, or you open an email on your phone and it's intense. If you've got some of that patterning in you from a regular practice, try stopping and just allowing those 3 breaths to happen before you do anything. That's a thought. Maybe this weekend that could support your actions. Thanks, and have a beautiful weekend.